The diner was busy that afternoon. Plates clanging, people talking, the smell of coffee and fresh burgers filling the air. Sarah had been working there for almost 15 years. Same uniform, same routine, same smile she gave every customer who walked through that door. But today was different. She noticed the little girl sitting alone in the corner booth. Maybe 10 years old, messy ponytail, worn-out sneakers, and eyes that looked too tired for a child. Sarah walked over with a menu. "Hey there, sweetheart, what can I get you?" The girl looked down. Just water, please." Sarah's heart sank a little. She'd seen this before. Kids coming in ordering the cheapest thing. Or nothing at all. But something about this girl felt different. "Water's free, honey. But how about a burger? You look hungry." The girl shook her head quickly. "I don't have money." Sarah smiled gently. "Who said anything about money?" Before the girl could protest, Sarah walked back to the kitchen. She ordered a full meal. Burger, fries, a milkshake, and apple pie. When she brought it to the table, the girl's eyes went wide. I can't." "You can. And you will." Sarah sat down across from her. "I'm Sarah. What's your name?" "Emma." "Well, Emma, today you're my guest. Eat up." Emma hesitated, then picked up the burger. She took one bite, then another. Tears started rolling down her cheeks as she ate. Not sad tears. Relief. Hunger. Gratitude. Sarah didn't ask questions. She just sat there, quietly watching, making sure Emma felt safe. When Emma finished, she looked up. "Thank you," she whispered. Sarah reached into her apron and pulled out a small folded napkin. She'd written something on it. "Take this, okay? Keep it with you." Emma unfolded it slowly. Written in neat handwriting were the words, "You are not invisible. You are not forgotten. Someone sees you. Someone cares. Keep going, brave girl." Underneath was Sarah's phone number. Emma stared at the napkin. Her lips trembled. "Why? Are you being nice to me?" Sarah leaned forward. "Because someone was nice to me once. When I had nothing. When I felt like no one cared. A stranger bought me a meal and told me I mattered. I never forgot that. And I promised myself that if I ever got the chance, I'd do the same for someone else." Emma folded the napkin carefully and put it in her pocket. "Where are your parents, honey?" Emma looked away. "Mom's working 2 jobs. Dad left a long time ago. She tries, but we don't have much. I didn't want to ask her for lunch money again." Sarah's chest tightened. She knew that struggle. She'd lived it. "Listen to me, Emma. You come here anytime you're hungry. Anytime. I'll make sure you eat. Deal?" Emma nodded, tears streaming down her face now. Deal. Days turned into weeks. Emma came back. Not every day, but enough. Sarah always had a meal ready. They'd sit together, talk about school, about life, about dreams. One day Emma brought her mom, a thin woman with exhausted eyes and hands rough from hard work. She looked at Sarah with a mix of pride and shame. "My daughter told me what you've been doing," she said quietly. "I don't know how to thank you." Sarah shook her head. "You don't need to thank me. You're doing everything you can. I see it. Emma sees it. You're a good mom." The woman broke down, right there in the middle of the diner. Sarah hugged her. 2 strangers, 2 women who understood struggle, who understood sacrifice. "We're going to be okay," the woman whispered. "Yes, you are," Sarah said firmly, "because you're not alone anymore." Years passed. Emma grew up. She graduated high school, got a scholarship, went to college, became a teacher. And one day she walked back into that diner. Sarah was still there, older now, gray in her hair, but the same warm smile. Emma sat down in that same corner booth. Sarah walked over curious, then froze when she recognized her. "Emma?" Emma smiled. "Hi, Sarah." They hugged, long and tight. "I never forgot you," Emma said. "I kept that napkin. I still have it." Sarah's eyes filled with tears. Emma reached into her bag and pulled out an envelope. "I wanted to give you this." Inside was a check, a big one. "Emma, I can't." "You can, and you will." Emma grinned, repeating Sarah's old words. "You changed my life. You made me believe I mattered. You fed me when I was hungry. You loved me when I felt invisible. This is just a small way of saying thank you, Sarah cried. Not sad tears, relief, joy, gratitude. I don't need money, sweetheart. Seeing you happy, successful, kind. That's all the payment I need. Emma sat down. Then let me buy you lunch. It's my turn now. Sarah laughed through her tears. Deal. They sat there for hours, talking, laughing, remembering. And as Sarah looked at the young woman across from her, she realized something beautiful. Kindness never dies. It grows. It multiplies. It comes back. She'd planted a seed years ago, a simple meal, a folded napkin, a few kind words. And now, that seed had become a tree. Emma wasn't just successful. She was kind. She was generous. She was passing it on. Because that's what love does. It spreads. The lesson: you never know how much a small act of kindness can change someone's life. A meal, a smile, a few words of encouragement. To you it might seem small, but to someone struggling it might be everything. Sarah didn't have much, but she gave what she could. And in doing so, she didn't just feed a hungry child. She gave her hope. She gave her dignity. She gave her a reason to believe that the world still had good people in it. And Emma never forgot. Because real kindness isn't about the size of the gesture. It's about the size of the heart behind it. So the next time you see someone struggling, don't look away. Don't assume someone else will help. Be the someone. Be the Sarah. You might just change a life. And who knows? Years later, that life might come back and change yours. End of story. Golden Heart Stories, where every story touches your soul.